send you guys I am going to be sending you guys the replay. You'll have access to that replay for 60 days. Be looking for an email with access to that tomorrow, because it's probably going to take an hour or so to download tonight. Please bear with me. I have like this weird cough thing. And so I've been trying to get rid of my cough for a really long time. Like literally, it's been probably like a week and a half. So I'm going to be drinking a lot of fluids while we're doing this. But let me go ahead and share my screen so we can go ahead and get started. Can you guys see my screen? If you can give me a thumbs up in the chat or a yes in the chat if you can see my screen. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I promise this is juice, not wine. Okay, awesome, great. Let's go ahead and get into it. So tonight I'm going to be talking about 4 myths that most CEOs believe about sales funnels. Busted. I'm also going to talk to you about using sales funnels without complicated technology. So really breaking down what a sales funnel is. I have some examples in this presentation about sales funnels and how you should use them, and my best tips and practices of using sales funnels because they make a huge difference in business. Huge difference. So money comes from intention, not by accident. I'm going to break down some of the confusion about sales funnels and myths, especially for like coaches. And if you own a service-based business, we'll talk about service-based business as well. If you sell products, we'll talk about that too. But thinking that you don't need a sales funnel and that you can just throw up an offer online and hope that somebody buys them is like, it's not, I'm not going to say it's the worst way to run a business. I'm just going to say it's very sad. Like, because, and you probably done this before and you felt that sad feeling where you're like, oh my God, this is such a great program, or this is such a great service that I had. And you put a sales page together and you put it up on your website, you put the link in your bio, and then you're like, crickets. Like you're waiting. And then it's like, oh my God, you get this sad feeling. That's why I use the word sad, because it starts to feel like, oh my God, nobody wants what I have, or my audience clearly needs this thing. Why are they not buying? Like they definitely need this. And so it just becomes really frustrating. So money comes from intention, not by accident. And a sales funnel is like the best way to take control of your income in your business, okay? It's the best way to take control of your income. Yes, even with the free stuff, without the funnel, nothing happens. Yep. So make sure you post any questions you have in the comments, and I'll address these during the live stream. I'm actually going to address all the questions at the end. So I'll scroll back up through the chat and address any questions. But as questions are popping up, please feel free to put them in the chat because I don't want you to forget them. And I want to make sure I answer everybody's questions about funnels while we're here live together. So who am I? So my name is Kelly. I'm a systems and marketing expert. I know a few of you have purchased from me before, so this isn't your first time seeing me. But if it is, I'm a systems and marketing expert. I'm a certified business coach, certified life coach, and I also am certified in neurolinguistic programming. So I am a master practitioner of NLP. Neurolinguistic programming is the study of success and how language influences people's decisions. It also goes into a lot about how we communicate and how we receive information, as well as give out information on the cerebral level. So a lot of what really helps me as a coach is being able to like read in between the lines of what people are saying, being able to write better copy because I can put myself in somebody else's shoes on a deeper level than most people can. It also helps with things like messaging and all kinds of different stuff, right? I went and got my life coach certification in 2000, was that last year? Yeah, it was last year. So the beginning of last year, I got my certification as a life coach because it just helps me as a coach, right? Like I'm really a business coach. I'm really a teacher, but understanding where people are coming from in their different walks of life and their perspective, cultures, backgrounds, it helps me as a coach. So I delve into other classes and continuing education as well. So I started working as a VA in 2010. I was in a freshman in college and I was like, man, I really need to make some money. And I couldn't find a job that matched up with my school schedule. And so I did some VA work on the side, social media scheduling, writing people's blog posts, and ghostwriting ebooks in 2010. That was like right during the Instagram boom, the first Instagram boom. So I side hustled until 2017, worked multiple jobs, and I kept doing my VA work on the side. It was just word of mouth. But in 2017, I decided, hey, I'm going to ramp up this service-based business. I'm ready to leave my job. Like, this is all I want to do. And at that time, I was in school. So I was in and out of school trying to finish school, but I couldn't make money and also go to school at the same time because the hours were crazy. And so I just finally decided, like, you know what? I'm just going to do this thing on my own. So I taught over 100 classes on systems and marketing in 2017 and 2018 alone. And I worked with over 1,000 clients. I averaged between 50 to 70 paying clients a month. So when I'm talking about funnels, I'm talking about funnels because there is no way possible I could have booked 50 to 70 paying clients a month with the size audience that I had. Okay, so the page that you guys have probably seen me on right now, which is the Spoiled Coach, it had in 2017, the whole year of 2017, I don't think I hit 10,000 followers until 2018, but I was booking 50 clients a month with 5,000 followers. Okay, and a lot of that less than 5,000 followers. I didn't hit 20K until this year. And I just gained 25,000 followers in the last like 90 days, maybe less than that. Might have been 60 days. So when I tell y'all funnels pay the bills at every single level of your entrepreneurship, it doesn't matter how many followers you have. It's about your funnels and it's about your messaging. It pays the bills. Okay. So I was bringing in 50 to 70 paying clients a month, and there's no way I could have done that with calls. I was not doing 50 to 70 calls. Those 50 to 70 people were people that were going through my sales funnels. And the entire time that I have been full-time since 2017, I've probably done less than, because I don't do sales calls like that, like free discovery calls. I never really did those. I did a few. I've probably done less than 25 calls. I can confidently say I've done less than 25 sales calls. And I've made $500,000 in 5 years. So I did it with sales funnels. On my income average in 2017, and I'm giving you guys all these numbers because sales funnels affects your audience size, it affects how many clients you're booking, and it affects your ability to do other things. Like I self-published 9 books over the last 5 years. I wouldn't have had time to do that if I didn't have funnels. And then of course, it also affects your income. So in 2017, I averaged 5K months. That was the year I quit my job. 2018 and 19, I averaged 8K months. In 2020, I averaged 10K months. And this year I've been averaging $30,000 a month, okay, on funnels. And what makes the difference, right, in between growing your business and really scaling, what makes a big difference is your price and the amount of nurturing you're doing. So the better your messaging gets and the better your funnels get, the more money you're going to make. And so this is just a testament to the growth that I've personally experienced from working on my funnels and my messaging. So I'm all about scaling with lifestyle sustainability. I only work 25 hours a week. Thank you to the funnels. Okay. Elevating your messaging, video marketing strategies, and more. And that's why I teach systems and marketing specifically, because those 2 factors change the game for me, right? I could still be making 5K months. There are people that started full-time, when I went full-time in 2017, they're still making 5K a month and they're working crazy hours. There are people who are making 8K a month, right? 8K months is 6 figures. There are people who are making 8K months. They're making 6 figures, but they're working 40 hours. There's people who are making 10K months, but they're working 40 hours. I'm making 30K a month and I'm only working 25 hours. It's a beautiful thing. Funnels can get you there, okay? They can get you there. I work Monday through Thursday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Sometimes we leave at 2 p.m. I have in-office employees and sometimes they want to skip lunch and leave an hour early. And I'm like, hey, if y'all want to skip lunch today and leave at 2 instead of 3, let's do it. So sometimes we work 9 to 2, Monday through Thursday, but we're on a 4-day work week, okay? And it's possible for you too. So do you need a sales funnel? The simple answer is yes. Like if you didn't get that from everything I just said, yes, you definitely need a sales funnel, okay? If you want to keep attracting prospects and turning them into customers, you definitely need a funnel. If you don't believe me, like I said, go ahead, release a product, put up a sales page and see what happens. It happens to all of us. We're like, this product is so good. This idea is so good. This online course is so good. All I have to do is put up a sales page and people are going to go to my page because I tell them to go to my page from social media and they're going to buy, and it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen that way, okay? So before your ideal client buys from you, they need these 4 things. This is why it doesn't happen. If you've ever wondered, why did I just put up a sales page? The offer is great, nothing happens. These are the 4 things that your ideal client needs from you. And most of the time, even if you put this information on a sales page, those people will not just convert because people are not gonna see you on social media, click the link in your bio, and then automatically give you $1,000. Like it doesn't happen that quickly. It's just not in human nature. That's why I went and got my NLP Master Practitioner certification, because now I understand on a deeper level, oh, it doesn't happen that quickly because people have to do these 4 things. They have to learn about who you are. They have to learn about what you offer. They need reassurance that you know what you're talking about, like reassurance that you're knowledgeable. And they have to know that investing in your product or program will bring them the results they desire. Even if you listed all that on a sales page right now, it doesn't mean that people are going to convert. Somebody may convert, right? But there are a lot of people who won't convert because they need to get those things from you or to see the proof of those things from you over time, because you're building a relationship. Everything has changed, right? Tech has changed. The way we meet people has changed. The way we date has changed. The way we order our freaking groceries has changed. Even just over the past like year and a half with the pandemic, things have changed. Let me tell you something that hasn't changed. Sales has not changed. The only thing that's different with sales is it used to be in person and now it's online. Sales is about building relationships. And that's what a funnel does. A funnel acts as a salesperson, and a funnel helps build the relationship between you and your client so that when you bring them this product and say, this product is for you, here's the benefits, it like you need this. They trust you enough because they know who you are, they know what you offer, they know that you're knowledgeable, and they know, hey, she's bringing me this product, this program. I trust her. Like, I think it's going to get me to the results that I'm looking for. So sales has not changed. It's still about building a relationship. And that's why you hear a lot of people say business is about relationships. It's still about relationships, y'all. Social media is king right now because it's social media. You have to be social. The more time you spend on social media, being social with potential clientele or potential customers, the more sales you're going to have. That's why it doesn't matter how many followers you have, because it's about how social you are. You can have 500 followers and be more social than somebody who has 50,000 followers. And in that case, you're going to make more money because you're more social. All right. So keep in mind these 4 things, because this is what your funnel is going to be doing for you. So I have a little tip down here. I have an alter ego. Her name is K Money. Okay. She's a big baller, shot caller. So here's a K Money tip. You can address these 4 concerns using video content on your social media to increase conversions without discovery calls. If you have discovery calls, that's cool. You can still like convert people with discovery calls. I just don't do them because they're time consuming. And so it's just not something that I like to do. So I don't often do discovery calls. But if I do discovery calls, I make sure that there's either some type of qualifying application beforehand, or they have to watch some type of a video before they can book, because that ensures that when you get on the phone, you're getting on the phone with somebody who's ready to take some action. And then in that scenario, it's not time consuming, right? That's the only way I do discovery calls. So, but outside of that, you can actually address these 4 concerns using video content on social media. So I address these 4 concerns in my social media all the time. Probably, I say every day, at least one of these gets addressed every single day on my social media. And what that does is it turns my audience into an audience of buyers. People say funnels help you separate the lookers from the buyers, and it does, but you can actually convert the lookers into buyers if you address these 4 concerns. Y'all with me? Drop me a yes in the chat if you're with me. Awesome. Great, perfect. All right, so let's dig into what a sales funnel actually is. So in its simplest form, a sales funnel is the path to purchasing. It helps a business convert leads into paying customers. This is why in some systems, like if you use MailChimp, it will actually call a sales funnel a customer journey, and that's because it's the path to purchasing. So it takes people from when they first see you to making a purchase on your website, right? Making a purchase with you. Once you attract people into your funnel, it's up to you to nurture those relationships by educating them, providing them with valuable content, and proving that you're a trustworthy expert. Remember, these are the things that you're supposed to be doing inside of your funnel. The emails that go inside of your funnel help people learn about who you are, learn about what you offer. It reassures them that you know what you're talking about and that you're knowledgeable and that your product or program will bring them results. So I put this diagram on here. This is not a funnel. This is a value ladder. So a lot of people throw up this upside down triangle and they're like, oh my God, it's a funnel because it's shaped like a funnel. And they tell you, you have your free content, you got your mid-price products, and then you got your high-end products, and people will buy here. I mean, they'll download here, and they'll buy here, then they'll buy here. But this is actually not a funnel, y'all. This is a value ladder. A funnel looks like this. Now, let me not confuse you. I'm gonna go back. You can still use the upside down triangle, but a funnel is not about purchasing at every single step. A funnel is about building a relationship. And that is where people get funnels messed up. They're like, oh, I'm gonna offer them a free thing, that I'm gonna offer them something paid, that I'm gonna offer them something paid that's a little bit more expensive, that I'm gonna offer them something else paid that's even a little bit more expensive than that. And that's not a funnel. That's selling, 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 selling. You guys have probably heard the quote, if you want to increase your sales, focus more on helping than you do on selling. And that's what a funnel does. It's a relationship builder. Sales funnels that convert are clear and ask for the sale, okay? They ask for the sale. Now I'm gonna share this example with you. I saw a hand raise. It won't let me see hand raises while I'm sharing my screen. but I'll go look at the hand raised during the Q&A section. So think logically. Somebody who just joined your list is not going to purchase a $10,000 tropical retreat. Like, when you put together a sales funnel, just keep in mind that you should start with lower price products. You can sell higher price products through a sales funnel. Like, if you have a 4-figure offer or a high ticket offer that's $1,000, $2,500, $4,000, you can sell it with a sales funnel, but that person's going to have to go through a couple of sales funnels before they get to that bigger sales funnel. Okay. It just makes sense. It's like if you walk into a store, because like if you go into Best Buy because you know they can help you unlock your phone that you're locked out of, and the first thing they say is, hey, I can unlock your phone for you for free, and then they unlock your phone and then they try to sell you something that costs $10,000, you're gonna be like, hold up now, I just came in here to get my phone unlocked. Like, but if you go in there and they say, hey, we can help you get your phone unlocked for free, they unlock your phone and then they're like, oh, actually, we have this a Geek Squad protection plan where we can help you if anything ever happens to your phone, or if you need some type of extra insurance for your phone, it's $20 a month. Do you want to add that on before you leave? You might say yes. That's what a sales funnel does. So just keep in mind that you want to start with smaller price products, and that's where people confuse the value ladder with the sales funnel, because you should start with the smaller price products and then move up, but focus on nurturing the relationship. Sham said, that's why when you, I'm laughing, that's why when you walk in the aisle and you go from lower price items and you find yourself way in the back looking at 72-inch TVs. Exactly. Exactly. So here's an example of a sales funnel for somebody who is in the finance industry. And I think we have somebody who's in the finance industry on here. So this is perfect. So you start with the freebie, how to create a budget for people who hate budgets. Very straight to the point, freebie. It's clear. It's clear who it's for. It's clear what you're going to get when you download it. Okay. When it comes to your freebie title, I've learned this the hard way. Don't worry about naming your freebie something creative. People do not care. It confuses them. Like, and I love creative names. And this is like one of the things I least like about business is that when it comes to sales and creativity, like you cannot mix creatively naming and expecting sales. Like it does not go together. If you want to increase your sales, if you want to increase your downloads, if you want to grow your email list faster, that name of your lead magnet or the name of your products have to be straightforward. This class was called Sales Funnels Without the Complicated Tech. Boom, people bought it. Like if I would have named it Fun Funnels or Funnel Queens or something like that, y'all would have been like, that's cute, but I don't know if it's for me, because the creativity of the name confuses what you're doing. So don't worry about like cutely naming it. Just name it exactly what it is, okay? So how to create a budget for people who hate budgets. That's the freebie. People go download that. Then they get an email, automated email, okay? A sales funnel is just an automated email sequence. So email number 1. Then they get an email that says, have you started creating your budget yet? Here's my template spreadsheet that will help you. It's $19. That is the first low cost product. This right here, when you give something for free and then immediately after or within 24 hours after, they get an automated email that sells them a low cost product, this is called a SLO, or a slow. Self-liquidating offer. What that means is that however much it costs you to run this funnel, however much money you spend in ads, the cost of this product is going to cover it cover that cost. The sales of this product is going to cover that cost. So for example, if I run an ad and I spend $15 to run an ad to this freebie, how to create a budget for people who hate budgets, and 20 people download this freebie. And then they get this email and 10 of those people say, oh yeah, let me get that template spreadsheet because I do need help. 10 times 19 is $190. I just spent $10 and I made $190 just from the first step of the funnel. So that $190 I just made is gonna pay for my email system, it's gonna pay for my website, and it's gonna pay for the $10 ad that I just ran. And I have extra money to run more ads if I want to. It's self-liquidating. It pays for itself. So that's called a self-liquidating offer. Some people also call it a tripwire. I don't like the name tripwire because it sounds like you're trying to trap people, but really we're trying to help people. So I don't know if I really like the name tripwire, but I like the name self-liquidating offer because it explains what it is and it makes financial sense. Okay. Even better is if you don't run any ads to get people to download this freebie and you just get on social media and you do reels because reels are going crazy right now, and 100 people get in and 10 people buy, then you can keep that $190 for yourself. Okay. But they get that email 24 hours or somewhere within 24 hours later. Then the next day, they get another email. It says save or pay down debt, how to determine which you should do first based on your personal financial goals. This is just helpful information. There's nothing being sold here. This can be just an email. It can link to a blog post that you've written. It could link to a video that you posted on YouTube. It could link to a live that you did on Instagram or Facebook. But this is just valuable information. You're just trying to help them decide, should you save or should you pay down debt? How to determine which you should do first based on your personal finance goals. That's it. The goal of this email, and this email, okay? The goal of these emails in the middle is to get people to, what do we say? Is to get people to, ooh, we're going the wrong way. Learn about who you are, learn about what you offer, reassure them that you know what you're talking about, and that investing in your product or program will bring them the results they desire. That's what these emails are for. So you got a freebie or a lead magnet, you have a low cost item, then you got educational resourceful emails in the middle, and then you upsell them to a product, okay? So my email number 2 is about saving or pay down debt. My email number 3 is going to be about different debt pay down strategies, different saving strategies, what fits for you. Then the next day, they're going to get email number 4, changing your relationship with money, how to identify your limiting money beliefs. So that's going to be another resourceful information. And then on day 5, I'm going to send them an email that says, let's work together to bust down your money blocks once and for all and start building wealth. Enroll in my Money Mama online course. I just randomly named that Money Mama. It's $4.99, okay? Now, by the time they get to this $499 product, they got this freebie and they know that you know what you're talking about and that you make good products. They may or may not have bought this template or spreadsheet to help them execute even further on this free thing you gave them. You gave them information on saving, paying down their debt, different strategies they can use, changing their relationship with money. You really help these people. And then at the end, it says, hey, if you want to take this further, if you're really ready to start building wealth, enroll in the course. So it makes logical sense. Subconsciously, for someone to go through this phone and receive this information, 1 email a day, and go into the course. At this point, when you sell them into the course, it's $499. They're not thinking, who is this girl? Does she really know what she's talking about? Is this course really going to help me start building wealth? All of those questions have been answered in these previous emails where you weren't trying to sell them, but you were just giving them helpful information. Does that make sense, y'all? So that's an example of a funnel. I normally send my emails once a day. So if they download the freebie today, tomorrow they'll get email number 1. The next day they'll get email number 2. The next day they'll get email number 3. And then the next day they'll get email number 4. The next day they'll get email number 5. So it'll take them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days to go through this email sequence. And I'm going to show you another example too. Y'all with me? Awesome. So, keys. Here are some keys. If you want to see sales from a sales funnel, you have to be clear, you have to be forward, and you have to be helpful. Okay. So, be clear on what their next step should be. So, in this email, where it says, let's work together, enroll in this course, you have to be very direct. Hey, if you're ready to start building wealth, this is what you need to do. I know sometimes, like, in communication, we think that people don't like directness, but it's not that people don't like when you're direct with them. People don't like when you're direct with them when they don't know who you are or they don't know you from Adam and Eve. Okay. So the funnel lets them know who you are. So you get to know them, build a relationship. Then when you come to them and say, I can help you, they can take that direction, but you have to give it. Don't get to the end of your funnel and be like, all right, well, if y'all want to enroll, you can. If not, I'll see you on the other side. Like, don't do that, because that makes people think that you're not confident in your product. And you are confident in your product, or else you wouldn't have made it. Or you are confident in your program, or else you wouldn't have taken the time to put it together. So don't be afraid to stand behind your program or stand behind your product or your coaching and say, hey, I put a lot of work into this online course. It has a lot of my personal experience, things that I've learned, mistakes that I've made, things that nobody told me when I started, I put into this course. So this is really good. And this is the best next step for you. If you've made it to this email, this is the best next step for you. Don't be afraid to say that. Okay. All right. Here's a K-Money tip for this. Okay. Ideal, because we always say, oh, that's my ideal client. Who's your ideal client? Ideal is another word for perfect. Our perfect clients are people who are experiencing life-altering problems and need a transformation, okay? So for somebody who is like, they're having a real big problem with their finances, or they're having a really big problem with their business, because we got business coaches in here, or they're having a really big problem with their credit, it's stopping them from getting a house. People who are, beauty entrepreneurs, and they're having a real hard time growing their business because their money's coming in and then it's going out the window because they're spending it all on products or spending it all on stuff that doesn't matter, and they need help. Those are life-altering problems. Those people need a transformation. They need a transformation in their business. They need a transformation in their life. So those people need guidance and they need direct instruction. They're also often experiencing distortion and confusion. This is where the NLP part comes in. This is what distortion is. We are receiving a lot of information every single day, okay? People are talking to us, we're watching commercials, we're seeing advertisements, we're driving, we're reading books, people are turning lights on and off. Our brain is receiving a lot of information about what's going on around us and what's happening in our surroundings and environment. We can only process so much of that. So there are things that happen every single day that we're not even aware of, like stuff that happens right in front of our faces that we're not even aware of. Okay. You may have experienced this before where like somebody will come in and ask you a question and like you'll be working, someone will come and ask you a question, they'll leave. And then later you'll be like, what are you doing? And they're like, what? I asked you if I could, kids do this. I asked you if I could eat this. You said yes. And you looking like, no, I didn't. It's because your brain distorted and or deleted that piece of information because you can only process so much at one time. It's really crazy. I'll have to show you guys a video one day, but of how it works. But your brain only keeps the most pertinent information that keeps you safe and out of danger. Outside of that, there are things that are happening every single day that you don't even realize. So when you are in a place of having life-altering problems, right? So if you're having financial problems, if you're trying to grow your business and you're having a hard time doing that, or if you are trying to get your therapy practice to the next level and you're having a hard time doing that, your distortion is heightened. So you get rid of more stuff that is not directly related to what you're trying to do. So when you're really focused on growing your business, everything that's happening around you that has nothing to do with growing your business, it gets thrown out the window because that's not what you're focused on. So it's very important when you're doing a sales funnel and you're talking to your ideal client, people who are normally in life-altering situations, that you're very direct, because if you're not, you're going to say one thing and they're going to hear another, or you're going to say one thing and they're not going to hear anything. So that's why you have to be direct. Hey, if you want to live a better life, you need to enroll in this course. If you want to fix your personal credit, you need to go through this course. If you want to grow your beauty business, you need to enroll in my coaching program. The doors close on Monday. The doors close on Wednesday. You have to be very direct, because if you're not, the information will go right over their head. And it's not on purpose. It's not that they're ignoring you. It's that they are very focused on what they're trying to do. And they're often frustrated and or stressed. And so distortion happens at a higher level. All right, so here's another way to think of it. If you have an offer without a sales funnel, it's like having a lemonade stand in the middle of the desert, but with no signs for thirsty travelers. That's exactly what it's like. You put up a sales page, no funnel, no lead magnet. It's like you put a lemonade stand in the middle of the desert, and it doesn't matter how many people pass your lemonade stand. If you don't have a sign that says this is a lemonade stand, come get a cup of lemonade. Your first cup is 25 cents, or lemonade is normally $1 and your first cup is 25 cents. Or we have new flavors. Nobody's gonna come buy lemonade from you. So you have to make sure you put that sign up. Experts agree that a high quality sales funnel will do these things. It engages and builds trust with new leads. It saves time and energy from having to sell one-on-one, meaning you don't have to get on a sales call with everybody and their mama. Or if you do get on a sales call, you're only getting on a sales call with people who are highly qualified and ready to pay you. It helps you get paid for building an email list, because you need to build an email list anyway to build your audience off of social media. As you guys already know, social media goes up and down all the time. So your email list is really where you build your community outside of social media. So it helps you get paid for that, because people get on your email list and they start buying stuff. And it helps you make money on autopilot. Because let's say your sales funnel, let's go backwards. If this Money Mama online course down here was a self-study course, then every time somebody downloads this freebie over here, 5 days later, they're going to get this email that upsells them into the course, and somebody's going to say, yes, you don't have to show up live for this. So every day, somebody's getting this email that's saying, you should enroll in this course. Somebody's going to say, yes, you could be making $500 today, tomorrow, next Tuesday, next Thursday. It doesn't matter if you're working or not working. It doesn't matter if you're at a computer or not at a computer. It doesn't matter if you have Wi-Fi connection or not Wi-Fi connection. This is running automated. You only have to set it up one time and it's running automated. And every single day, people are presented with the option to enroll in this course after building a relationship with you and being educated on why they should enroll in this course. Okay, so it helps you make money on autopilot. So let's talk about some myths. Now that we have a clear understanding of what sales funnel is, my tips of creating a great sales funnel, and we went over an example, and I'm going to share another example with you guys as well. Let's talk about the myths, because I can't leave you guys without telling you these 4 things are probably things that you've told yourself, and starting right now, after you watch this video, you can no longer tell yourself these things. You can no longer use these things as excuses of why you don't have a funnel, okay? So myth number 1, sales funnels are too complicated. In reality, a sales funnel is only complicated as you make it. They don't have to be long. I just showed you one, those 5 steps. They don't have to be long. They don't have to have 25 different variables. You don't have to have an upsell and then a downsell, and then that leads into another funnel over here. And there's 2 lead magnets or 2 different landing pages that say the same thing. You don't have to do all that. You can have a simple sales funnel that's a lead magnet, 3 emails, upsell to a digital product. That's it. And tweak your messaging and make $1 million. I've seen it happen before. The person that I learned sales funnels from, he's made millions and millions of dollars with a simple sales funnel, okay? That's the person that I learned from. So if he's using a simple sales funnel, he's making millions of dollars, and I use simple sales funnels, and I made $500,000 in 5 years in my 20s, because I just turned 29 this year. In my 20s, you could definitely do it. Doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter what kind of business you have, okay? If you have an opt-in for a killer lead magnet, followed by a sexy email sequence and a juicy offer, then you have a sales funnel, because that's really what makes your funnel. It's not the length of the funnel. It's not how many steps. It's not how complicated. It's not what software your sales funnel is in. You have to have a really attractive lead magnet, something that's for free that people are like, I gotta have that. Then you gotta have an email sequence that's sexy, like an email sequence that has really good information in it. And then your offer is like, dang, you're gonna buy this. This is amazing. That's all you need. Those 3 things, okay? That's it. You can start small and easy and understand the flow before you add different stuff to it. You can add different stuff to it later, but it's not necessary to make money. So you only need those 2 pieces, your lead magnet and your email sequence. You guys saw that in the example. Not every email needs to be a buy my product email. Remember we said that. Don't make every email buy my product email. I know you see, ooh, sales funnel, and you want to make every email a link to a small product, hoping that the more products you have in your funnel, the more money you're going to make. But that's not how it works. When you present people with multiple options, they do nothing. That also is part of where my NLP training comes in. If you present people with more than 3 options, they do nothing. 3, that's it. That's all we have the capability to process. And then even for people who are really indecisive, even 3 is too many for a lot of people that are indecisive. So you don't need to link every single product that you own into one sales funnel. It's not going to make you more money. It's going to make you no money. You'll make more money having one self-liquidating offer in the beginning and one big offer at the end, or just one big offer at the end, than you will with multiple offers, okay? So if you provide enough value in the email, and the content that you're leading them to, then they will start to trust you and they'll know that you deliver what you promised. And then at the end, they're going to buy what you have to offer. So here's what makes one sales funnel higher converting than another. Okay. Because at this point, you're probably like, well, if you don't have to have a complicated funnel, then why are some people's funnels like doing the most? Like, what's the point in even doing all of that if you don't have to, right? So here's what makes one more converting than the other. Good copy, the irresistible lead magnet, the sales funnel being aligned, and a great offer, okay? One, good copy. You do not have to be an amazing copywriter, but you just have to write in a way that people can actually understand what you're saying. Like, it's not necessary to do what we did in college when we wrote research papers, where you would write your paper and then you would go into Word and right click on all the words that you thought were too small and click on the thesaurus button and replace them with 9-letter words and 10-letter words. It's not necessary. The best copy is copy that is conversational. Talk to people as if you're getting to know them, as if they're friends, as if you are going to really help them. You want to be looked at as the friend who knows what she's talking about, right? And we all have those friends who are like that. And all of our friends are good at different things. I have a friend who's a DJ. That's my friend, but she knows what she's talking about when it comes to music. She knows what she's talking about. I have a friend that is good. She has Airbnbs, right? She knows what she's talking about when it comes to Airbnbs. That's my friend, that's my homie. But I still look at her as a thought leader, as an expert when it comes to that, because that is her thing. That's how you want people to see you. You probably see me on social media and be like, you're my friend. In my head, you are my friend. We're related. You my cousin. You my sister from another mister. Like, for real, right? It's because I've got good copy. I talk in a relationship type of way, and I'm building a real relationship with y'all. Like, I'm on social media being social and getting to know you guys. Okay. So good copy. And then a hot, irresistible lead magnet. Make sure that your lead magnet is something that people actually want. If you make a lead magnet and you talk about it on social media every day and nobody downloads it, it's not a good lead magnet for your audience. It's not a good lead magnet for your audience, okay? You want a hot, irresistible lead magnet. Like, this is why I teach free classes, because it's like, ooh, I gotta get, when I do free class, this one's not free, but when I do free classes, people are like, I gotta get in that class. And like 300 people register for the class in a week because it's a hot, irresistible lead magnet, okay? So make sure that whatever it is you're giving away for free is good. And make the title direct and like easy to understand, okay? The next thing that makes a high converting sales funnel, you have to make sure that your funnel is aligned with your lead magnet and your end product. So whatever you're giving away for free has to be in alignment with the information inside of your funnel and your end product. For example, if I gave away for free, here's the 10 mistakes I made when I first became a beauty entrepreneur. And then my sales funnel was about the benefits of owning a lash business. And then my product at the end was how to start your own waxing studio. All of that is beautypreneur, but it's not in alignment. It doesn't make logical sense. If I'm giving away for my lead magnet 10 mistakes I made as a beautypreneur, then my funnel needs to be about all the lessons and experience I've learned as a beautypreneur. And then my upsell needs to be one-on-one coaching for growing or for starting or growing your beautypreneur business. Those things need to be in alignment. Sales funnels that convert really high, the lead magnet is close to, and subject matter wise, it's close to the information in the funnel, and the information in the funnel is close to the upsell of the product at the end. Doesn't matter what the price is. If those things are in alignment, then it makes sense. And then, of course, you want to make sure you have a great offer. You got to have something that people want. If you haven't already, make sure you do a wait list for whatever it is that you're trying to sell to make sure that it's something that people want before you start selling it. Okay. If you're not sure how to create a lead magnet or like an autoresponder email series or what product to offer, it's not super complicated. There's a very specific way you can do that. So I actually have a course, and we'll talk about this later, but I have a course that has tips for mapping out your sales funnel to make it profitable, how to create every piece you need to make it work. And I'll talk about that at the end of the live stream. All right, so myth number 2, you can't sell, insert your offer here with the sales funnel. So you can use the sales funnel to sell anything. I think that people think you can't use the sales funnel to sell things that are more costly. Like you can't use the sales funnel to sell something that's 4 figures, but a profitable sales funnel relies on planning. So if you have something to sell and you know how to plan, you can create a sales funnel for that product. And I put inside of here, because this is crazy, and I know y'all wouldn't believe me if I didn't say this, but I've been inside of sales funnels that had products as low as $1 and had products as high as $25,000. I went through a sales funnel earlier this year. I think it was in March. No, it might have been in February. I went through a funnel in February of this year, and I remember because it was the highest product I had ever seen in a sales funnel. And the funnel led to a group coaching program that was $25,000. And I almost bought it. And the funnel wasn't that long. It was probably 6 or 7 emails. It wasn't that long. I almost bought that. You know what? And I still, to this day, think about going back to buy it because the funnel was that good. And I'm like, if the funnel is this good, and I'm really thinking about buying a $25,000 offer, then I think I have something to learn from you. Okay. So it doesn't matter about the price of your offer. You can sell it in a sales funnel. Just make sure that you're walking people through those sales funnel steps. So start with a small offer. Then if they buy that offer, maybe that goes into another sales funnel that has a little bit of a higher offer. Then they go through that sales funnel. If they buy that higher offer, then that triggers another sales funnel that goes into a higher offer, right? You may have 3 different funnels for your products. You may have a funnel for your low price product. You need a funnel for your mid price product, and you need a funnel for your high price product, okay? Here's another sales funnel example. This one is of a graphic designer. So she gave away for free 5 mistakes to avoid when creating your own graphics. Or, because she had 2, I don't suggest doing more than 2 freebies. 2 is the max. So one is 5 mistakes to avoid when creating your own graphics. The other one was a call to action for a discovery call to discuss their needs. So if you want to do a discovery call as the beginning of your funnel, you can, but make sure you have a funnel actually set up behind the discovery call. Because if you don't have any of this right here, and you only have this, you're going to miss out on a whole lot of money. All right. Then the second email that goes out the next day is an email that has her design portfolio in it. That's also sprinkled with testimonials from happy customers. Testimonials are great to put inside of your funnel because it builds that trust that you're a knowledgeable expert, and it lets people know that they can get their desired results because other people have gotten it. Then the next day, it sends them email number 2 that sends them to a secret landing page that has an offer with a deep discount on their first design order or pre-made design templates, $29, self-liquidating offer. Then the next day they get an email that educates the subscriber about different parts of the design process, just resourceful help. The next day they get an email that is a link to a blog post about different design tools and creating a recognizable brand. And then on the last day, they get an email that upsells them into the monthly design club, but for this graphic designer. and it helps create more recurring revenue. So that's $49 a month. That's $600 a year. So every time somebody joins this funnel, that customer value is $49 a month or $600 a year for every conversion. So think about that. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Okay. You can only do so many sales calls in a day. This is why she has 2 freebies right here, because you can only do so many sales calls in a day. If you're on vacation, you're probably not doing sales calls. If it's your birthday, you're probably not doing sales calls. If you're sick, you're probably not doing sales calls. I'm not feeling good. Okay. Like I feel okay, but I haven't been able to talk for as long as I've been talking right now for the last 10 days. I didn't lose no money. Why? Because I don't do sales calls. Like everybody goes through funnels. So it didn't stop my business from generating income. The fact that I don't have a voice, well, I didn't have a voice, but I was not able to speak for a long period of time, right? So keep that in mind. You can do discovery calls as your lead magnet to the beginning of your funnel, but in the event that you're not able to get on the phone, you're not here, you lose service, there's a family emergency, something that's going to stop you from making money. So I would make my freebie just a lead magnet that's downloadable. Myth number 3, sales funnels only work if you pay for ads. So we kind of already talked about this. You can boost your conversion rates by nurturing your leads with a sales funnel. But how do you get those people into your funnel? That's always the next question. People are like, okay, I need a sales funnel. How am I getting people into this funnel if I'm not using ads? Because I always tell people ads is your last strategy. So the quick answer is with traffic. The more people you send to your site, the more people will download your lead magnet. I put my lead magnet, if you go to my Instagram and click the link in my bio, at the bottom of the page, there is a subscribe to my email list. If you go to my email, if you go to my website on the computer, at the bottom of every single page, there's a join my email list. Download this freebie little thing where you can put in your email and download the freebie. People download that freebie every single day. Whether I say go download my freebie or not, people go download my freebie. So make sure that you have that in the bottom of your Instagram links page, at the bottom of that page, and at the bottom of every single page on your website. Okay. Social media is the free way to fill your funnel and get paid. Not only should you post frequently, you guys already know this, but you should be visible yourself. You should be visible, not your VA, not your social media manager. Show up and show your face. I promise you guys, it may feel uncomfortable when you first start doing it, but show your face. Like, it's going to help get so many people into your funnel when you show your face and you talk about your freebie. These right here, these 5 things right here are the specific types of content that produce the best organic buyers. Not content types. These are not general types of content. These are not just a list of ideas for you to do. These specific types of content produce the best organic buyers for sales funnels. I know because I tested it out. Reels is number 1 on the list. I know somebody in here earlier said, I suck at Reels. I'm so sorry. Sis, you got to get on the Reels train, okay? I'm telling you, try 25,000 followers in the last 60 days, and the conversion rates through the roof. My website traffic is through the roof, y'all. Not just my sales, but my website traffic. And you know what happens when your website traffic goes up? Your sales automatically go up, but also when your website traffic goes up, you can start charging people to be on your website. So I can go to a company and say, hey, this is how many website viewers I have a month. You want to advertise on my website? They say yes, they pay me for it. I don't have to do nothing. I would only do that with a company that makes sense, right? Like, okay, I'm a female entrepreneur, so I'd probably go to a company that sells like work clothes or clothes that are good for photo shoots, I would go to a company that sells maybe like coffee because I love drinking coffee. I would go to a company that sells professional hair. They can pay me to get on my website because I have a lot of website traffic. So you start to get multiple streams of income just from using social media to fill your funnel. Okay. Reels, pre-recorded video on YouTube, not pre-recorded video on Instagram, not pre-recorded video on Facebook, pre-recorded video on YouTube. Pre-recorded video on Instagram is doing horribly right now for the algorithm. Pre-recorded video on Facebook is doing horribly right now for the algorithm. It has to be, if it's pre-recorded, it has to go on YouTube if you actually want to see some traffic. Okay. Multiple slide posts, those carousel posts, boomerangs, and then live discussions on Facebook. It's specifically exactly how I said it, y'all. Live discussion on Facebook, because Facebook is where people have conversational discussions, and there's a lot of relationship building that goes on Facebook. Not live discussions on Instagram, live discussions on Facebook. I'm saying that because I know for a fact these 5 types, I can tell y'all now, this is my forecast. It's 2021 right now. I don't know when you're gonna be watching this video, but it's 2021 right now. I'm telling y'all, 2022, watch these 5 specific types of content go crazy in 2022 for bringing you traffic. Because I sit on Instagram, I don't sit on Instagram all day, but I do this for a living. So I see the trends going like this. And I've been full-time long enough, and I've been using systems even longer to see what is happening. Okay. So those 5, super important. Last but not least, myth number 4. I'm not techie, so I can't do it. Okay. You think that creating a sales funnel is a lot of tech savvy stuff, but it's really not as hard as you think it is. Okay. You don't have to purchase new and expensive software or hire a programmer. You can literally build your entire sales funnel in one system. Your whole sales funnel should be in your email marketing software. Every single piece. Your landing, you design your freebie. You can design it in Canva and download it as a PDF for free. And then your landing page and your emails go into your email marketing software. That's the only system you should be using. If you want to get fancy and use other systems, you can. Like if you want to use your email marketing software on your website, you can. If you want to use your email marketing software and lead pages, you can. But it's not necessary to make money. You only need your email marketing software. Okay. So that is ConvertKit or MailChimp or Klaviyo or Flowdesk. Any of those, you can build a full funnel in any of those. Now, I put Klaviyo in parentheses. I put if you're product-based, Klaviyo. If you're service-based, I wouldn't use Klaviyo because Klaviyo doesn't connect well. It connects to Weebly. It connects to Shopify. All the platforms that Klaviyo will connect to, like Klaviyo connecting to your website, all those platforms are built specifically for product-based businesses. So if you're not a product-based business, I would not use Klaviyo. Just my personal opinion. Flowdesk, I like Flowdesk. The only thing I do not like about Flowdesk is that it does not have click tagging capability. Let's talk about this right quick. One of the best tools in your email marketing software is the tags feature. So what the tags feature does is it allows you to tag people based on who they are, what they like, how they got into your sales funnel, their age, you can tag people based off of anything, right? But it helps you start to separate your audience into groups so that you can speak to people directly. So for example, let's say I send out an email that says, hey, if you want to know more, remember that design funnel, there was an email that went out that said, hey, do you want to know more about my favorite design softwares? Click here to read the free blog post. And people click there. In Klaviyo, MailChimp, and in all of these, if somebody clicks that link to go read about the design softwares, you can see who clicked the link. But in Flowdesk, you cannot tag that person. So I don't want people to just click the link. I want them to click the link, and then I want my email service to separate those people. So when I log in, yeah, I want to see my audience, but I also want to see who in my audience wants to know about software, design software, who in my audience wants to know about branding, who in my audience is interested in design templates. And I know what people are interested in based off of what they clicked in the email. Flowdesk does not have click tagging capability, so you cannot, your email will not automatically separate people into different categories based off of what they clicked in the email. It seems like something that you won't need, but you really do need it, because you still need to know specifically who's in your audience. Let's say you're financial literacy. Yeah, you're in financial literacy, but you could have people who are download your budget thing that are in between the ages of 20 and in between the ages of 55. And you don't have a way to separate those people because you can't tag them based off of your clicks. You want to go and log into your email system and be able to say, okay, I help people with financial literacy. These people over here are worried about college loans. These people over here have a decent credit score, but they're trying to put themselves in a position to buy a home. These people over here are in super bad debt and they're starting all the way from the bottom. These people over here are, they have a great amount of savings and they don't have a lot of debt and they're interested in investing. You want to be able to look and see where people are. And so you can't do that inside of Flowdesk based off of actions. So I say ConvertKit or MailChimp all the way. You or a VA can install your funnel once you've written it out. My suggestion is this: if you're like, I just don't want to deal with technology at all, write out your funnel, like create your lead magnet, write your 3 or 4 emails that you want to send after your lead magnet, and write your last email that upsells into your product, and make sure that your product is ready for purchase and there's a sales page where people can buy it. Then give that to a VA and let them install the funnel. That's going to save you a whole lot of money, and it's going to save you a whole lot of time and a whole lot of confusion. Because if you don't create the funnel first, like if you don't actually map out the funnel and you just go to a VA, like a random VA, and say, hey, this is my product, can you make a sales funnel for it? The chances that they're going to do it right are very, very, very low. And I can tell y'all this because I was a VA back in 2010. I'm probably the only person there's probably maybe 2 or 3 other people that I've seen where you can go to them and say, hey, this is my product. Can you write a funnel for me and install it inside of my email sequence and turn it on? Like, very few people can do all of that, okay? So even though this is a simple concept, right? You have to know copywriting, you have to know how to install it, and you have to make sure the offers are aligned. It's easy for you to do because you know your industry. It's not easy if you pass it off to somebody else because they're not inside of your brain, okay? So I would recommend, if you're gonna get a VA to help you do this, I recommend creating the funnel first, then going to them and saying, hey, can you make a funnel with these pieces? Or try setting it up yourself first. So if you go to Google, search one of these things: automated email sequence, automated workflows, or customer journey. And that will give you, those search engine results will give you step-by-step instructions on how to build an actual funnel, okay? Now, I told you guys at the end of this class, we're about to open up for Q&A. Go ahead and start dropping your questions in the chat if you have them, or if you have questions, go ahead and drop those in the raise hand feature. But I told you guys at the end of this, I'm going to share something with you. So I have a sales funnel course where I walk you through specifically how to build out your sales funnel, mapping out those different pieces. And it's a self-study, so you can go through it at your own pace. It's got 4 modules in it, and this is what it covers, okay? I'm releasing this sales funnel course this week, and I wanna make sure that I give you guys first dibs on getting into it. And if you get it before, or if you get it in the next 24 hours, you guys can get it for $200 off the price of what I'm gonna release it for. So inside of this, and you'll see, I'm gonna link the sales page for you, but inside of this course, we talk about choosing the right low touch, like high offer to get you rich on autopilot. So that self-liquidating offer, how to develop that clear path that guides your prospects to your products, discovering what you can and should not sell with a funnel, because you can sell anything, but there's some stuff where I would say don't sell that in a funnel because it's going to create confusion. Aligning your perfect offer. And then we talk about pricing your offer to getting people to like buy it, mapping out your funnel, and then getting leads into your funnel. So it's a real deep dive self-study course. I'm also adding in like technical tutorials. So how to set up on ConvertKit and MailChimp, how to set up the actual pieces of your funnel, the technology part of it, okay? You can sign up during this live stream or anytime in the next 24 hours. You guys can sign up and get $200 off. So if you want to develop your sales funnel, you want to get your funnel on autopilot, you want to really start building those relationships, then you want to get the self-study course. I'm releasing it for $697. I'm probably going to release it tomorrow, honestly, because it's already finished. It's going to be $697, but it's $497 for you guys, okay? There are payment plans available, so you can start for as low as $165 a month. All right, so let's go ahead and do some Q&A. I'm gonna drop the link in there for you guys to get that course at $497 instead of $697, but it's like super, super detailed. There's a course for you guys to grab that. I know I saw a raised hand. Oh, the raised hand went away. Do you guys have any questions for me? And I'm going to send you access to this replay. So you'll have access to this replay. And when you log in to watch this replay, there will be a comment section below. So if you need to watch it again from the beginning and then drop your questions below, you can do so. You can do so. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Go ahead and start dropping your questions. I'm just going to grab some water. All right. Okay. Sorry. My throat is like on 100. Are Reels videos considered live? No. Live videos are like literally, it tells you you're going live on Instagram. When you go to create content on Instagram, when you click the plus button, it'll tell you if it's a live or if it's a reel. But no, reels are reels and lives are lives. Those are not the same thing. Let's see, I had my first freebie prepared. It was a presentation, but it was considered, I was considering changing it to a pre-recorded presentation with me going into more details. That's too much for a freebie. No, it's not too much for a freebie. Just make sure that it's not too long. Like this is a very long class. Like this is a paid class because it's super long. You want to make sure your freebie is a little bit more, is like shorter. Okay, it's shorter. Are the discussions on Facebook during your live session? Yes. When you get on Facebook and you go live, you'll just have like a topic or whatever you want to discuss. And you'll basically just teach on that topic or teach from those bullet points. And people will comment and ask questions. Awesome, Posh. I saw that comment. Thank you. Let's see. How do you do carousel posts? When you go to post, this is kind of hard to explain because it's on your phone, but when you go to post just a regular post on Instagram, it will ask you like, well, it won't ask you. You can select one post, but there's a little button that looks like this. And when you click this button, it'll let you select multiple posts. This button right here, you see this? So when you go to put a post on Instagram, if you click this button, it will select you, it will let you select multiple posts up to 10, and then it'll make that into a carousel post. It'll make that into a carousel post. So yeah, do y'all have any other questions? Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, that's what it's called. It's called a carousel. There's other name for it. Some people call it multi-slide. But make sure y'all got 24 hours to get into that course for only $4.97. I'm going to release it to Instagram for 24 hours at $5.97. So they're still not going to get it for $4.97. I'm gonna release it to Instagram for 24 hours for $5.97, and then it's going up to $6.97 on Thursday. So make sure y'all get in. I'm gonna be adding a lot of good videos in there as well on the tech side, but all the content is in there. It's self-study. It is like automatically unlocks, everything unlocks. So as soon as you enroll, if you want to enroll to get in on the discount and you want to start this weekend, you can go self-study and go through. Okay. Oh, so I have a question. I logged in late and I will replay. How did you get into this line of work? Okay, yeah. So I talked about that in the beginning, but long story short, when I was a college freshman, I wanted to make extra money. I went to college at Georgia State in 2010, and I wanted to make extra money, but I couldn't find a job that went with my like school schedule because I had a full load of classes. And so I started ghostwriting on the side, and I started managing people's social media profiles and scheduling their content to auto post in 2010. Because I know a lot of us don't know, but auto post, well, it wasn't auto post. It would send you a notification to your phone and then you have to manually post it. But social media schedulers have been around for 11 years. Like a lot of people don't know that. I was using Later. If you guys have heard of Latergram, but they changed their name to just Later. It's just later.com now. That scheduler has been around since I started using it in 2010. So it was around before that. Shopify started in 2010. Okay. My first, I had a boutique with my mom that started in 2011. And we were one of the first businesses ever to be on Shopify. Shopify was new. We were on Shopify beta in 2011. Okay. So I started in 2010, just doing stuff on the side, blog posts, logo design, like all kinds of virtual assistant type tasks. And then I went full time in 2017 because my work schedule was just not working for me. It wasn't working for me. So I went full time in 2017 and I haven't looked back ever since. I'm not gonna say I haven't looked back because I do have some days where I'm like, I'm just gonna go clock in somewhere because this is too much for me. But I am very happy. I only work 25 hours a week. I make $30,000 a month. Like, I'm in a good place. So I ain't complaining. I am not complaining at all. So that's how I got started. But yeah, I was not born, but I started right around when Instagram started. I think Instagram started in 2009. Because when I started in 2010, people were on Instagram, but they weren't really on Instagram. They were really on like Twitter. Twitter and Facebook was hot. So that's what they were on. But yeah, the beginning. 2010, I think, if you guys know Ming Lee, I think she started in 2010. If you guys know Bab Writing, she started, I want to say it was maybe 2007 or 2008, like right around that same time. So it's been a long time. Yeah, it's been a very long time. But that's how I got started. It was just out of a need. All right, y'all. I am going to download this replay from Zoom, and then I'm going to upload it into the coaching portal. I will send you access to this replay tomorrow via email. So to the same email that you got the link for this Zoom live meeting, I'm going to send you access to the replay for this class to that same exact email tomorrow. So be looking out for that tomorrow. Make sure you go ahead and click that link to enroll. I will also put the link to enroll in that email as well if you want to sleep on it. But if you watch this and you're like, I definitely need a sales funnel, this is the most detailed sales funnel class course you are going to see on the internet, because most people only teach sales funnels from their perspective because they've only built sales funnels for themselves. But I've built sales funnels for a whole lot of people. Small businesses, huge businesses, just new businesses, 6-figure businesses, 7-figure businesses. I've built literally hundreds of sales funnels in different softwares. I built them in MailChimp. I built them in Flowdesk. I built them in ConvertKit. I built them in Klaviyo. I've built them in ActiveCampaign, Constant Contact. So the level of detail that's inside of this course is because I've built a lot of sales funnels, not just for myself. All right. Thank y'all much for bearing with me and my voice and my cough. I will get you this information, this replay. Thank y'all so much for joining me. Have an amazing night, y'all.